Let's get the latest developments around the strike in Parliament. Let's now welcome our reporter in Parliament, that is Lukhanyo Kalata. Lukhanyo, very good afternoon to you. Now, this sounds rather disturbing. Look, you mentioned yesterday that this is now an unprotected strike. Were people arrested in the scuffle?
Alicia, good afternoon. Yes, very busy day in Parliament today. We were expecting to have two sittings of the National Assembly and I believe the National Council of Provinces. Unfortunately, none of those did happen, obviously because the parliamentary support staff had decided that they will disrupt or at least prevent the committees from sitting in the morning. And also at around about 9:30 this morning, they moved into the public gallery of the National Assembly, essentially then prevented the National Assembly from sitting. So this whole day, this whole afternoon, political parties have since met to try and map out a way forward to try and get some kind of resolution to the strike. I'd like now to bring in the chief whip of the majority party, the ruling party, the ANC in Parliament, Mr. Sizane, to talk to us a little bit about the resolutions of that meeting that he had earlier today. Sir, good afternoon and thanks very much for joining us.
Good afternoon, Talat.
So explain to us a little bit about the resolutions that were taken in the Chief Whip's meeting earlier today.
I must first take an opportunity to apologize to the nation on behalf of the African National Congress. I think we should have prevented this from happening. I think we could have worked over the weekend to resolve all outstanding matters, since we knew already by Friday there was a breakdown on the negotiations. We could have prevented this from happening, hence we apologize. We hope it will never happen again. The African National Congress has agreed with all other parties unanimously that we are meeting tomorrow and that the political interventions that must intervene to make sure that the parties agree to iron out all the outstanding matters that were unresolved on Friday so that the strike could come to an end, and that the solutions to the problems of Parliament are permanently resolved this year already. And we are happy to get the support of the National Nehau to support their branch in Parliament so that this matter is resolved. We also agreed to prioritize all the laws and the bills, including the money bill, so that the state cannot ground to a halt because the Parliament was prevented from implementing the votes that must pass the bills. Then also we are prioritizing making sure the money bills goes to the NCOP for the NCOP to finalize them before the 3rd of December, which is a legal requirement. And I really must say to the opposition parties, thank you for cooperation. We expect tomorrow all of you to have your members in the House and stop all these behaviors sometimes of walking out of the House to make sure the quorum is killed. But we rely on the ANC members to be disciplined, to be there in the House and make sure that the nation gets what it deserves, that their MPs work and they work even under difficult circumstances. And this is what we expect from 10 o'clock tomorrow until midnight if need be.
What were you told were some of the reasons why this issue could not be resolved as political parties?
Well, we were given a report by the presiding officers that the deal was struck last Friday. It was signed and agreed to for implementation, but it never was implemented. And we do not understand the basis of not implementing the deal that was agreed by all parties. We expect that the political intervention that is going to take place now will iron out all those matters. This time around, we are not going to walk away and allow the negotiators on their own to handle this matter. We are going to watch it to make sure that this Parliament is never disrupted again.
All right. Sir, thank you very much. We really do appreciate you being with us. Thank you very much. Well, Alicia, there you have it. Political parties have now stepped in, the ANC first and foremost, to try and make sure that obviously the agreement between the union and the management of Parliament, those agreements are actually implemented, and to try and then stop this strike, or at least get it to a place where the workers can get back to work so that Parliament can continue to function. As the Chief Whip had pointed out, there's a crucial issue of the money bills that must be passed. Otherwise, then the executive, the Treasury, cannot then essentially allocate the monies that were spoken about in the mini budget a few weeks ago. Alicia?
Thanks for that. That's Lukhanyo Kalata, parliamentary reporter, with an update on striking parliamentary workers, and he was joined by ANC Chief Whip Sizane.